Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Hugh. I work for Berthon International, purveyors of fine motor yachts. Today we are here in Cowes. As you can see, we have the lovely Lallows shipyard behind us here. Cowes Yacht Haven here. Out there's wobbly stuff. This way, island. Can't go that way. No water. This is Naughty Boy. She's a 2014 Windy 48 Triton. She was built, strangely enough, in 2014 in Sweden, in Västervik, by Windy Boats. She's a big, powerful 48-foot hardtop sports cruiser. She is absolutely loaded. We've known this boat from the egg, sold it to her original owner, and then sold it twice since. So she's got an impeccable service history. We're going to show you how easy it is to work this boat. So we've just filled up with a little bit of go-go juice, which helps the engines because they consume diesel. As you can see, I've got Harry filming me today. I'm just going to go and start her up, and then Harry is going to watch how easy this boat is to handle. So she's got a bow thruster, she's got IPS drive, she's got a docking joystick, she's got DPS, which is the digital positioning system up there from Volvo Penta. She's also got a Dockmate remote, if that isn't enough for you. So I'm going to hop on, fire her up, and then I'll talk you through easily taking her off with the Red Eagle behind as another amuse-bouche. Here we go. So we're here at the main helm. As you can see, it's a fantastic environment. We've got two big Spinneybeck leather helm seats. We've got a floor that wibble wobbles backwards and forwards. We've got an opening sunroof. This is dealing with all the Volvo Penta controls. I've got a docking joystick here. I've got my normal thingies, EVC throttles here. If I turn these, hopefully, we'll have a bit of sound motion. So we've got 265 hours showing on port, and we've got 265 showing on starboard there. This is telling me now to watch out, don't fall in the water because it could hurt. And I'm going to put it into what we call docking mode, which is this button here. And I get a little beep that disables these throttles and allows me to take control using purely a joystick. I'm just going to make sure it actually works. Oh, it does. So we're all happy there. We've made sure that our crew are all suitably attired. We've gone through rudimentary safety briefing, and all we need to do, ladies and gentlemen, is this. So I've singled up my lines because I'm a good boy. That's our stern line done. And just walk up forward here. It's a Triton 48 with a nice little light there. And because it's a little bit dark today, we've even got our navigation lights on. We had the open array scanner working on the way back from Bembridge. Keep up with me, Clive. Sorry, that was a Floyd reference for those of you. One of my favourite TV chefs. Just going to single up here. Get this gone. So that's our bow line done. I'm going to leave that there for a moment. We've got a nice little tow rail right the way around. As you can see, I've got a thumping great sunroof here. I've got a window here. All mod cons. And this is the scene of joy. So all we need to do, if you just concentrate a teeny bit on that, Harry, dear boy. So I'm going to just go that way. It's absolute witchcraft. It's a bit cheating, but they like this. So we're kind of clearing the dock. It's also got a high power mode, which is extremely exciting. And even more exciting, I can actually now use this. So that is going to hold us exactly where we want to be. So we can use that. But I am going to take her out on my own. So we're literally just wiggling the joystick over. You've got thrust coming out the aft end, we've got thrust coming out the forward end. I can spin around like that. If I need a little bit more control on the bow, I've also got a bow thruster here. Just a normal electric side power thruster. And what I can then do is take control literally by chucking these into gear like that. It gives me normal control. I've got full electronic steering. It says deactivated there. Check astern. We're all clear, so I'm going to now crack the port engine into gear. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how easy it is to take this big 48-foot high performance windy sports boat off the dock. So ladies and gentlemen, we're out of harm's way here. We are sitting nicely out of the fairway in Cowes. I'm just going to put the skyhook on. It tells me here not to fall over the boat. What that is doing, it's triangulating our position using that GPS receiver up there. It is telling the pods, because this is an IPS drive boat with forward facing tractor pods, giving performance advantage of course to the duoprop Nibral propellers which are propelling this vessel. But it also gives me enough time to literally think about what I'm doing. If you look over, we've got the port in gear forwards. I've got loads of time, literally until we either run out of diesel or water or light or both, and technically not even light, to do this. We've got 2 lifeboats coming up, going up to the inshore lifeboat station just up the way, which is good. Look like Atlantic 85s to me. So this being a windy, everything lays to hand, so we don't look in there because that's the old for sale sign to the company that didn't sell it. Uno. Now done with that, so I'm going to flick them over. Then this being a windy again, we're just going back down to Lymington. So we got 26% fuel, which is ample. Got massive range on this thing. She's good for a little bit over 30 knots. We changed the propellers on her a few years ago and that gave her a real performance boost. Allows them to spin a little bit quicker. Gets her out of the hole a little bit faster. So we got 4 fenders down here, I think, if I can count right. Is that 4? Yeah, that's 4. They just neatly sit just in that little gully down there. I'm now going to pop round the other side. There we are. Oh, I need to take my bow line off. So bow line is just up here. You don't have to film this. As you can see, we're blessed with a beautiful day for bringing this boat round from Bembridge, where she's been kept by her very, very diligent owner. He is very busy doing other things with his life because, like all of us, he's a busy boy. So all I'm going to do here is pop that in there, and if Harry was up here, you'd be able to see that stainless steel anchor chain onto a Lumar vertical windlass, and there's a spare kedge anchor in there. On the other side in there we have the forward windlass control. This was a really highly specified boat from new, so we've got full teak ring deck on her. We've got the mahogany rails here, beautiful sun pads here. They are literally in brand new minty condition. Cup holders each side, 2 windscreens, forward hatch gives access and ventilation into the forward cabin. Moving aft, we've got wash wipes on both screens. We've then got a demister system on board her. She's fully air conditioned. She is also fully heated with an Eberspacher system. This is absolutely wonderful, this system here. So the whole lot slides forward really quick, so it's a super easy deploy hard top. We've got loads of guttering here, so gets rid of any water that comes in, and you don't get any problem with runoff in here. This window on this is fixed. The one on the helm side, which is to starboard on this model, is an up down on a power jobby. Moving back here, we've got a high-low bathing platform on the aft end, so that's all an H&B hydraulic system. We've got lockers underneath here for everything. We've actually also got lockers underneath here. Engines are underneath there, so we've got 2 mesh bins essentially underneath there. That's your aft cockpit. Little tent over here. I can't remember if this one's got the back tent. I don't think it has because we didn't put it on it, so it hasn't. This sliding door moves right the way over to there, so it's a 3-piece slider. We've got, excuse this is old bracketing for an old life raft that was on there, so that's just blanked off neatly there. That is your passerelle control. This one's got passerelle, it's got everything. Super high loaded boat. So if you would join me in the wheelhouse saloon, we have a lovely table here. As you can see, it's fold leaf, it's This boat's finished in sawn European oak. Over to starboard, we've got, I was good, I locked it down. Look at that, attention to detail. We've got a hot and cold sink. We've got a Bosch ceramic stove. If we get rid of that, like so, there's an ice maker underneath here, storage here. This is all your battery keys in there. This is lighting for external and deck lighting. Underneath here we have your main service items, all your lights, radar scanners, loo pumps, all that sort of stuff. It's got a big generator on board. We've also got master vault battery management here. This is your Eberspacher system, and this is your on-off controls for the old hot and cold heaty type things. Fridge in there, chart table here, fuel fusion stereo system. It's got a lovely new Raymarine Axiom kit throughout. Are we going to keep going doing this? Yep. Okay, we're going to keep doing this. Brilliant. Just having a quick look around. Yep, nothing coming. Only the old Jenny Wren behind. So this is the main saloon. You got 4 steps down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got the galley area over here. We've got a dishwasher, combination super oven, little light underneath here, storage in there, storage all the way around here, 4-burner thing. We've got extra because we took that out, which was a fridge. There's another fridge unit underneath the floor here. Super neat. So we've got chillers underneath the floor. We've got a really nice drinks cabinet here, which is of course lit. We have a day head. It has a shower and a roundel thingy in it. That goes out into a holding tank if you want it to, or not if you don't want it to. So that's your day head. Straight off the saloon, we have a twin over on this side, which currently has all of the lovely cushions for the fronty bit and has all the original windy stuff. I doubt it's ever been slept in. This is independently air conditioned, that's the word, air conditioned. It's also got these big picture skylight windows. I've made sure that they don't let water in, because water coming in the boat's not good when you're driving it at sea. I've found. Watch out for the carpet. Right, here we have the double aft cabin, which is on the port side. Again, it's got very similar big opening window and a picture window underneath. There are blinds and mosquito blinds for all of those, and you've got a big hanging locker and blinds and all of that stuff, which is all terribly good. It's got a Bose thing, it's got a Sky thing, and it's got a track vision thing that make that thing work. It's got air conditioning here, it's got a foldy woldy table and 2 little stools. Forward cabin, the big event, here we are. Centerline raised double, 4 drawers underneath here, hanging locker, 2 cubby lockers either side, independently air conditioned. It's got its own fusion stereo system. It's also got its own telly, which is behind you, Harry. Mind your back. And we have a lovely loo here with the soap that I put in the sink to stop it falling out. And again, it's a Tecmar vacuum flush, nice system for your loo. And we've got plenty of storage in there, mirrors, roundel shower, all that kind of stuff, loads of ventilation, and it's all rather good. And as you can see, this is a windy, properly built boat. We've got interlocking lever catches here, so that when the boat is shut, nothing moves, nothing rattles, which is why we can pound this thing along a lot quicker than many of her, shall we say, rivals. I'm just going to shut that door. You're going to shut that door. That's excellent. What we're now going to do is we're going to go up top into the raised cockpit and engage the gears. So I'm just going to shut the door so that no one can come in, be naughty. And all we need to do here, so we have a quick look around. We've got an Arxon over there with the white shipyard. We've got some nice old 6 meters here. We did have Jolly Breeze, which was the winner of the Fastnet over there, but that's gone. So we are all systems go, and all I'm going to do is literally, I just hit that button. As you can hear, everything's gone nice and quiet. Engage throttle, and we are off. And we can pull up anything that we want to on here. So as regular Cowes water users would know, we're in a 6 knot limit here. So I've got down on this port Axiom screen, I've got boat speed, heading, depth, The boat goes better when it's not on the ground. Then we've got your chart here. This is all super duper. Lots of going across the Solent, as you can see. Going into Gurnard here, we've got a third smaller Axiom screen here. This is giving it all of our Volvo Penta data, and I can also bring it all up on either of these two mini screens here, or actually up on the tachometers here. Also, I've got a bolster seat here, so we can just go like that. We've got fully electronic steering, so there is as much weight as you want in it. It's an adjustable height wheel, so we can do that. Drive it like a bus or like a Formula One driver. Searchlight here. We've got fuel cut-offs for port, starboard engine and generator here. This deals with, we've got a Seafire automated fire suppression system on board, which will shut down both engines and douse a fire, and is life-sustaining in the event. Sorry about that, I'll just turn that off. Sorry, it's not very good, is it? Shh, thank you. Then, yeah, we've got searchlight over here, and we've got most ancillary stuff for the window, which is that one there. We've got bilge pumps, we've got thruster settings, all of that stuff. Then down at the bottom here, I'm not going to demonstrate this because I'll probably drop it, but that is a Dockmate system, and that will allow you to complete remote control of everything by hooking in here. You've got a status button here. It allows you to twist the boat, to drive the boat literally using a data control from this via radio waves, microwaves, big waves. That pops down in there and has its own automated charger. We've got the loudspeaker for your radio, which is down there. We've also got on this boat, massive spec, as you can see, Echo Max, which is an active X-band radar reflector. So that's actually showing us as a bigger target than we would normally appear to radar, which is good because we've got the red funnel coming directly at us, and he has right of way. So I'm just going to get out of his way a little bit, otherwise I get told off. So we're doing that, and as you can see, the boat is incredibly manoeuvrable, even at low speed. So we're doing 4.4 knots here. Got complete control. If I want to put the hammers down and stop it, I get a beep. You can turn the beep on or turn the beep off. If I want to stop, quick check behind. There we go. We'll just scare that little seagull. There he is. I can stop the boat. I've got complete steerage way. It's an absolute joy to handle this thing. Got a little bit of wash coming off the ferry there, so I'm going to employ both gears. Just gives a little bit of thrust. He's going to carry, his wash is going to go underneath my boat and just carry us a little bit sideways here. So we just need a few revs on. So we're doing what, 3 knots, and as you see, just as we track through his wash, there'll be a little bit of interruption as we go into slightly more aerated water. But twin props, duo prop on each leg, so huge amount of tractor thrust when we're underway, really efficient. And of course the soft mounting of the IPS drivetrain makes going in and out of gear super silky. It also means that when we're underway that you get incredibly low levels of vibration. As you can see, here we are, we're in a nice rumbly spot. We're pulling 900 RPM, we're doing 5.5 knots. A tiny bit of wash here. There is not a noise here, and I've just been clattering around at about 22, 24 knots, which is a really nice cruise, so a little under 3,000 revs. It's just the most difficult thing is not to go to sleep on here because it is so comfortable. We've got these lovely seats here. They're both adjustable. We can drop the floor in and out. Ready for this? This is, look at that. I mean, they just build the best helms you can possibly think. Everything in here is matte. So this is what we call Nextel. It's an anti-glare dash. It's a suede impregnated coating of paint. But if I want to stand up and drive the boat like a sports boat, I just pop that there and I'm in exactly the right position. If I want to stand with my head out of the sunroof, i.e. it's a nice day, I just pop the roof forward a tad, I then pop the floor forward a tad, step lightly and gently onto the floor like that. That's locked now. I'm straight out. So for driving the boat in and out of, say, Trinity House Landing, which we could do now because we're going past the Royal Yacht Squadron, so we could do that. Anyway, that's a really quick super quick rundown of this Windy 48 Triton. We're just about to put her on the market. We're going to grab her out of the water tomorrow. She has got everything you could possibly need. I'll do a full technical spec and all of that sort of stuff, but she is properly for sale. They do not build this boat anymore. I have no idea why. It was very expensive to build, and to be honest, this was built in Sweden when men were men and boats were boats, and it is built to a level that you cannot get on most other boats. So what I'm going to do now is just show you how quickly it goes. So we're literally just outside the 6 knot limit. Shall I show the ladies and gentlemen what it does? Yes. Harry? Yes, okay. Right, so we just throw the hammers open. We've got loads of fuel. So that's 12 knots. That's 16 knots. Going to drop the bow a teeny bit just on the trim interceptors. Okay, so we're running at 21 knots. Real nice, easy. It's a big 48-foot boat. I'll just give it a bit more beans. We're running pretty heavy laden at the moment. We've got a load of kit on board. That's 26 knots. There we go. Running with a bit of tide down here, but yeah, we're off. Super flat weight pattern, 28 knots, bouncing all the way down to Egypt Point. Okay, so that's 29 knot. There we go. She's a bit dirty underneath, so with the spray off we're going to get 32 odd knots, I would guess, and we're running with 25-26% fuel. Do you want to see what it's like from up here? If you stand up here, I'm now going to show you what winding so this is an IPS driven 48. Okay, we're just coming past Gurnard. Well, we're not actually, we're coming past Egypt Point. We're going to just head inboard a bit. So we're dead central on the wheel at the moment. I'm just going to wind her over a tat just so you can see. So this is a 48-foot cruising boat. That's a Windy hull. So that is your Hans-Jürgen Johnson hull. Goes round like a little Fletcher single with an outboard 115 on the back. So chasing the sun up here. We won't go and get naughty with this sailing yacht, but we've got an absolutely beautiful afternoon sea trial. We're pulling 3,200 revs, which is no slouch really on this thing. Pulling 30 knots. She hasn't been exercised that much recently, so she's a bit dirty underneath, but I'm pretty happy with that. As you can see, absolutely level trim, so IPS is giving us a completely horizontal thrust. So we haven't got any problems with down angles. As you can feel, there is absolutely zero vibration here. Everything's soft mounted. We haven't got any rudders to worry about. All of the steering is done by the pod. So as soon as we put the pod round, it banks the boat, but it's steering the whole time. So we cannot get out of shape. So if I go for a hard left, turning port. There we go. No step out, turning starboard, no stall. Helm midships, starboard. There we go. And that's why Windy, when we were building this system on the 52, we used to put a glass of wine on the table at the back and just see if anyone could get it to shake, and it didn't. So we're just going to wick on down towards another powerboat that's lying at anchor down here. We're going good. I'm just going to chase it down into the sun. I'm just going to try and see. So we're running at 30.6 now. I'm just going to trim a tiny bit, 30.7. Going to see if we can get the magic 31 knots. I don't really want to upset this guy because he's probably having a nice swim or something like that. It's as easy as that. Autopilot down here. I can just bung that on. We'll just clear the buoy down here, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Windy 48 Triton in a bite-sized lump. Thank you very much for watching.